Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy and it's been a very long time since I sat down here to do any video, but like specifically a makeup video. So today I have a review of the BTS Cosmetics. So it's all these products right here. They sent this to me. Just want to put this out there. They sent these to me. I'm not paid for this review or anything like that, but they did send everything for free, so I'm gonna give my honest opinion on everything. And I've been using these for quite a while. So they sent these products to me back in December, and mind you, it's March right now. It's been almost 3 months that I've been playing with these products, so I can give my like actual in-depth review, I think. So I actually have 3 categories which I'm splitting these products into. So the first one obviously are things that I like. Then we have the okay pile, and I'll go into the reason for each and every one of them, and the I could do without pile. So I'm gonna go in order the steps which I did my face today, and I used all of these products on my face today so you guys can actually take a look. So there are a few products that I obviously used because BTS Cosmetics didn't send me like literally every single product that I could use for my face. So anyways, the first one is my the Sem Tip Concealer in the shade number 1, and then I use that under my eyes. Then I use this Airbrush Flawless Finish powder from Charlotte Tilbury, my favorite. And then I also used this NARS blush. This is the Orgasm blush. I've been really into this lately. And for my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Brow Duo. For contouring my face, I used the Can Make shading powder. And then my nose, I obviously used the same old nose contouring shade, which is my eyebrow color thing. This one right here, this is the Fenty Beauty highlighter, but it's for like face and body. This is How Many Carats. This is the Diamond Bomb, and I use this for my eyes for the inner corner. So that is out of the way. Let's go in order on how I did my face today, and I'll be inserting some clips of me doing my actual face today. So obviously I started my face off with their Gloria primer, and it's supposed to help your makeup last longer and give you a luminous glow. This is in my I could care less for pile because I normally don't use primers. I haven't really found a primer that has actually made my like skin even better than what it actually was before, because I do have like a pretty set skincare routine and that I like. So I find that my skincare routine is very good enough as like a base before I apply my makeup. So this one actually does give you a little bit of a glow. The only gripe I have with it, actually with all the little eyedropper bottles, is that it's not that great. Like, it doesn't pick up much product. Like, even though it looks like it has a lot of product in the little eyedropper, not a lot comes out. Like, I'm going like this, I like shake the bottle too, and there's not much. See, like, I have to really work for anything to come out, which is very sad and frustrating. So I think if they change their packaging, it would make the user experience much better. I didn't find that it made my foundation last any longer, or it made my foundation have any more glow. I find that actually this product, which I'll go into later, gives me more of a glow than this thing. It's nice to have, but I honestly don't think primer is always necessary, and some people might argue with me for that, but especially for my skin type, I have normal combination skin, so T-zone is oily and a normal skin around, and sometimes dry patches, but honestly I don't think using a primer is really that necessary, at least for me. So honestly I could do without this. Then with this foundation next, this is called the Gloria Powerdation, and with this they sent me 2 shades, 3 and 4. So they sent me 3 beige and 4 sand, and I am kind of in between these 2 shades. Like right here, beige is like a little bit too light for me, and then sand is a little bit too orangey and like dark for me. I am wearing sand today, but I had to take my time to actually blend this out. So this is in my okay pile. The reason is because this foundation actually claims to be like a medium to full, but I use very little of this foundation because I don't like to wear a lot of foundation. And it claims that it's supposed to last all day, and it's supposed to obviously give you good coverage. And the finish, I believe, is supposed to be like a matte but with a glow. I don't know how they described it, but it's supposed to be like matte-ish with a glow, and I find that it's actually not so. It doesn't give me a glow, and I found that it was like good coverage, yes, but I found that it was hard to blend for me sometimes, depending on the brush you use or the tool you use. I obviously use a brush mainly for my foundation, and then sometimes if it's patchy or hard to blend out, then I'll use like a beauty blender or like a makeup sponge, and that's what I did today. I find that it doesn't blend out that easily, and the reason is because it dries up really fast, which is a good slash bad thing. So if you have really oily skin, I think this would be good for you. But because I don't have oily skin, only like my T-zone gets a little bit oily throughout the day. How do you say it? Like, it only looks good at the end of the day, actually, because that's, or not at the end of the day, like when I've worn it for at least a few hours, then it starts to look good because it is a little bit too drying for me. So what ends up happening is that, like, especially on my nose, it clings on, and the oil afterwards will make it look a little bit more dewy and glowy and nice, and that's the look I go for. I don't like a matte foundation look anymore. So anyways, this would be great for someone else, but not for me. I really wanted to like this because it is a dropper, and again, it has the same problem with this, the primer, because of the dropper thing, but this one's a little bit better because it isn't as viscous as the primer, so it does come out a little bit easier. I really wanted to like this because I had a good experience with the NYX or like the NYX color drops, like the foundation drops, and I really like the texture, consistency, and the blendability of that, but this didn't live up to that. But I do like it because it has good coverage. Again, it's like a hit or miss sometimes. I sometimes only would use this if I like put a little bit. So today I did use a lot more than I would, but when I was going to use this in the last 3 months, I would only use a very little, especially just around my nose and underneath my eyes, the places where I need coverage, because I truly don't like to wear a lot of foundation. So moving on after foundation, obviously I put on concealer and powder and stuff like that. Ignore that part because we're not talking about those products. We already know I like those. So this one right here, we're moving on to the eyeshadow palette, and this one is in the good but not great category. This is the BTS Super Tempting Eye Palette, and this one right here, I'll show you guys the color. So this is what I have on my eyes today. Super simple. This is a very basic palette. The reason why it is in my good but not great category is because I have a lot of eyeshadows like this already. So this would be in the great category if I didn't have so many eyeshadow palettes already. But this is just my opinion, obviously. I actually brought this with me to travel, went for the O2U tour, because it is so small, so compact, and it has very basic, simple, but beautiful eye colors. Eyeshadow color, sorry. It's like in the most awkward position, so I have to like twist my wrist. I'm so sorry. So I actually swatched it here for you guys. So there are the 6 shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you can see, the lightest shade right here, which is like it's like a pale, like petal pink. It is very light. I find that with all these colors, they're not very pigmented. It's as typical of Korean eyeshadows, they're not very pigmented. So it's good for if you want like a very natural look. And a lot of Asian people, I guess, really like natural looks, or people who enjoy Korean beauty makeup standards, I guess. So anyway, so you have all these shades. I find that with these sparkly colors right here, so these ones, they're not sparkle, they're like shimmer colors. Sorry, I don't want to call them sparkles because they're not sparkly. These are shimmer colors. These two apply better with a synthetic brush or with your fingers. I find that if you use like a fluffy brush, obviously you're not going to get much impact or payoff. And even the darkest dark brown color, it only goes on well when you pack the color. So I did put it on the outer corners of my eyes today, and as eyeliner, I kind of blended it with the eyeliner, and it's still not that dark. So if you're looking for something with high impact shadows, obviously you shouldn't probably look towards Korean Cosmetics or even this palette, but it is great because it's good for travel, and I love this thing for travel. The only thing I wish it did have was something that has a little bit more sparkle or glitter, because I do love putting sparkle and glitter on my looks, hence why I did use the glitter what's it called again? The Diamond Bomb today. This guy right here in my inner corners gives you a little bit of something of interest to look at. I like to do that just because that's just how I like to do my makeup. If you're not into flashy makeup, obviously you don't need to use something like this, and going with this is just good enough. The lasting power of these shadows are actually pretty good, but I obviously took a makeup wipe, so I can't even like, it's like super easy to come off. The thing with these shadows is that they don't stain. Like, I just like took a makeup wipe and just wiped these off my hand. They don't stain at all, which is good, because especially if you like natural makeup, you don't want something to like would stain your eyes. They're not like neon bright colors. Anyways, they're in my good but not great category for my own personal use. But again, take it with me to travel, it's perfect. I just need to add like a glitter with it. So we're moving on to this product right here. This is the BTS, what's it called again? Super tempting, what's it called? Gel eyeliner, or skinny gel eyeliner. It has a really long name, as do a lot of the Korean products do. But with this guy right here, I have it in the color dark brown. So I'm gonna just swatch it for you guys. So this guy right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. It is in the color dark brown. I love this actually. Like, this guy actually is so nice to use. If you guys like to do like waterline, it goes great on your waterline, and it's not completely black, so it doesn't look too intense. And I have it on today. I actually put it on in the inner waterline, like the upper waterline, sorry, and then I put some on the outer corner of my eye and then dragged it in a little bit and then blended out with some brown eyeshadow, which I use from this palette right here. And I just really like this. It is not the most super long lasting. It lasts pretty much the whole day for me, but I mean, it does, especially if your eyes water a lot, it will kind of like run a little bit, but that's normal. You can't really control that, especially if you have just like really irritable eyes or just really runny teary eyes. But I really like this. This goes on super well and I love it. And sometimes I'll only use this and without any eyeshadow, so I'll just like put this on the outer corner and then just in my inner waterline with some mascara, and that's it. And it looks really nice. I like this because it's like, I think for myself, I'm a lazy person and I don't like to sharpen my eyeliner pencils, and I like pencils like these where you can just twist it out. And yeah, I really do enjoy the number 2 color, which is dark brown, because I think that sometimes like when you use like a very pitch black eyeliner, it looks really intense, especially for everyday use, especially if you don't like very like unnatural looks or you don't want a very intense look. Going out is fine, especially when you have like intense black eyeliner. I love that, but for every day this is great, especially for work. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration of like trying to remove this with the with the makeup wipe as well. It doesn't come off completely super easily and I'm like rubbing, so it is pretty decent staying power. We are almost at the end, so I don't want this to be too long, I'm sorry. We are at the Triple Power Mascara, and this guy right here is in my good pile. The reason being, it is a great mascara that holds your curl. So I have really short eyelashes, but I do curl them, and I've put this one on, and I've been using this for like 2 months or so. I feel like it's been 2.5 months and I should check this out soon, but I have a lot of ways to go. I know it's disgusting and I should throw it out. This is just in a black color. I believe it only comes in one color, because on the back here it doesn't say that a specific color, at least I don't think. I'm trying to read and it doesn't say. So anyways, this guy right here, the brush looks like this. So it has a slight curve to it. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. It has a slight curve and it is like bristles, so it's not plastic, it's actually like brush hairs, and it has little fibers that kind of extend the look of your lashes. So not only does it hold your lashes well, but it also kind of extends the look of your lashes by adding little fibers. The only gripe I have with this is that the formula is a little wet, which is not a problem for a lot of people, but especially if you have like short lashes or you're like really bad at applying mascara, sometimes it can still be super wet still, and then you touch it or like you blink and then like mascara can like get on other places. So my solution to that is actually wiping off a lot of the extra product, because I like a drier look or like a drier application. It's just my preference, but I really do like this. It just goes on super well and it lasts all day. The only downside, if I could say a downside again, besides like the wet formula, is with this, it is pretty hard to remove. It's not waterproof per se, but it is not easy to remove. So obviously you need to do a double cleanse or a eye makeup remover for this. You don't have to use the eye makeup remover. I just do a double cleanse with this. I like soak like that oil onto my eyelashes, and then I gotta wait a little bit, kind of rub it a little bit, and then cleanse off with water, and then do another cleanse with a foam cleanser or like a gel cleanser, because this honestly is so hard to remove, and sometimes even after I have done my double cleanse I find that there's still a little bit. So that's my only gripe with this. It is super long lasting. So yeah, so we have finally made it to the last products right here, and these are lip products. So this is the BTS Super Tempting Lip Rouges, I believe. Sorry, they just have like really like long names. So, and I have like really bad reading skills and I can't memorize like things off the top of my head. So I have these two in the two colors. I have right here, we have Lovesick number 4 and number 8 in the Mood. I'm gonna swatch these for you guys right here. This is number 4 Lovesick, and so the way I did my makeup today is I actually put number 4 Lovesick all over my lips, and then I put number 8, which is in the Mood, just in the center, and I kind of like blotted it out. Not blot out, I like puckered my lips and like pursed my lips, sorry, and then I blended them together, and I love that look. I always, if you guys know, my typical lip look is I just put like a lighter color on the outside and then a lighter or a darker color on the inside, which is almost like a gradient lip, but not really. It's like a lazy version kind of. Anyway, so these two are the colors, so Lovesick and In the Mood. And these guys are such a great formula. Like, I love these because they are super light. They feel like air on your lips, and hence why they're in my great category, or I would buy again category, because like they feel like nothing on your lips. The only thing is that if you have super dry lips, it will cling onto those drier parts, which most lip products do, unless it's like a lip oil or something. But if you can see, the texture or like the finish of it looks to be a little bit like glossy. It's not glossy, it dries down matte actually. So if you guys like a matte lip look like this, it looks super nice. Out of all the products, this one is my favorite, or these two are my favorite, because I'm a lip girl and I love these two colors. This one is like a lovely like rosy pink, and this one right here, or like a corally rosy pink. I can't even describe colors. It's like a petal pink, and this one right here is more of a berry color, and I really like these colors. If they had a red, I would be even more into it. They don't really stain too much, but especially only actually if you wear number 8 by itself all over your lips, it will stain just a little bit, which is fine because I like that look of a little bit of like a stain after. I kind of lied. This one right here is the last product. This is the Super Tempting Face Fixer, which is like a setting spray. So you guys can see I have it on right now, and this is what is causing my glow. And you know what? I could do without it. This is in my I could do without category. Technically, it could kind of move into the good category. The only reasoning is because I don't really care to fix my face with it. Maybe I will move it into the good category because it's not technically bad, and I do like to spray my face after I do my makeup technically, and it does cause this glow. Okay, maybe I retract my previous statement. It'll go into the good but not great category. The reason is because I don't think it makes my makeup last any longer. It's hard to tell because like I put it on and I'm like, I'm not too sure. I can't really tell if it's due to this, or like I'm not producing as much oil, or like I'm not sweating as much, or I'm not doing as much activity that day. It's many, like it has many factors in it, so it's hard to tell, but I do like the look that it gives. The only thing is like sometimes this spray nozzle can be kind of annoying. If it was an aerosol, obviously it'd be better, but aerosols are not great for the environment. So I get like the pump, and the spray pump is great. It's a good product, but not necessary, in my opinion. But if you really do want this dewy glow, you can obviously use a spray like this, or just use a highlight, which, I mean, I swear by this highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. If you use that, you'll get the same look as this. The only thing that's actually good about this is because this Powderation, am I saying that right? Powerdation, yeah, Powerdation foundation is a little bit drying on my skin. When I put this on, it makes it look less dry. But again, not necessary for me. So it is gonna be in my good category now, not in my like, don't really need it. And there is a scent to this. I'm not like against it or anything, but again, I don't like it when there is too much of a strong scent. It's not super strong. I don't know even how to describe the scent. It almost smells like soap, but like an off soap. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, that's what it smells like. So I think that's about it. I think that was a super long. I like feel like I was filming forever, but again, it's because I was doing my makeup and stuff. So anyways, that was my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I am thinking if I'm missing anything before I end this off. Again, this is just all my opinions and stuff like that. They did send it to me, but I'm not like sponsored to say anything, obviously. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, then please give it a thumbs up if you want, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.